There was a time, my dear brothers and sisters, a story of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Umar. Umar radiallahu anhu used to always try to beat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, because this was their quality. They always were jealous of each other when someone did better good deeds. Not jealous of each other when someone had more money or beauty or a voice or whatever. And they would love each other and try to beat each other for that. So one day the Muslims were in need and they were in great poverty, and the Prophet ﷺ called the Muslims to bring what they have of wealth if they are able to do so. So Umar radiallahu anhu said, today wallahi I'm going to beat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. So he went to his house and he said, I'm going to take half of everything that I have in my house. And so even the earrings, he took one earring and left another earring for his wife. His wealth, he split it in half, everything. And he held a large baggage on top of his shoulder and he walked with them. On his way he saw Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and he was only carrying a small amount. And he said, Alhamdulillah, today I have beaten him. Yes, this is how they raced each other. When they reached the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Umar radiallahu anhu, what have you left for your family? Have you looked after them? He said, yes, Ya Rasulullah, I've left half of my wealth. He said, Barakallahu fika ya Umar. Then he turned to Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and he said, what have you left for your family, Abu Bakr? You have brought a very small amount. He said, Taraktu lahum Allahu wa rasuluh. He said, I left for them Allah and His Messenger. I left for them Allah and His Messenger. He left nothing but Allah and His Messenger. They will look after them. Subhanallah. And that's when Umar ibn Khattab said, Ya laytani, I wish that I were a hair on the chest of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. La ilaha illallah. What about Mus'ab ibn Umair, who resembled the Prophet ﷺ in his appearance and character, who the Prophet ﷺ looked at him and knew that he has a beautiful tongue, so he sent him to Medina. He was the one who went to Medina, and when the Prophet ﷺ migrated from Mecca to Medina, he found 88,000 people from Medina that were singing Tala al-Badru alayna min thaniyat al-wada'. Where did they come from? From Mus'ab ibn Umair radiallahu anhu. Before Islam, he was the wealthiest. Before Islam, he was the most handsomest. Before Islam, he used to look after himself that he used to put so much cologne, and he would look after himself so much that the women of Mecca, when they smelt his perfume, they would stand in a line to wait for him to pass, wanting to attract him. Yes, this was Mus'ab ibn Umair radiallahu anhu. When he embraced Islam, he donated everything he had of his wealth in the cause of those who were more in need. And then in the battle of Uhud, Mus'ab ibn Umair, fighting like a lion, defending the Muslims, defending the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a spear attacked him. It struck him, and then swords one by one, until he had over 70 stabbings, and he fell to the ground. And then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the companions, after the battle was over, he came to bury the Muslimin, the Mujahideen, the Shuhada. And then when they looked at Mus'ab ibn Umair, they searched through his wealth, and he did not find anything with his wealth to cover him. All they could find in his house was a piece of cloth to wrap him up in, the kafan. And when they would cover his head, his feet would show. And when they would cover his feet, his head would show. And the Prophet ﷺ said, Bakhim bakh ya Mus'ab ibn Umair. Oh Mus'ab ibn Umair, we did not find anything of the wealth just to cover your whole body and bury you in. You donated it all for those who were in need. فَالْجَنَّةُ هِيَ اللِّقَاء. In Jannah is where we shall meet. Al-Firdaus al-A'la, my dear brothers and sisters. And many, many more of them.